So hello and welcome back, either all of my star pupils or any of you coming to this lovely channel and doing the pick a card readings with me. Thank you so much. I did want to let you all know that I did take a different spiritual path this week. Instead of what I was originally called to do, I wanted to do the spirit guide pick a card reading, but it was so interesting to me that this whole week, and I know that I feel like a lot of people are feeling it and the universe is feeling it, the need for positivity kind of came into my own world this week, and the need that it's just had for other people. I feel like it's just been very, very negative these past few weeks, and maybe some of my star pupils can comment down below, or anyone else who's been, thank you, Spirit, we understand, have been feeling just this overwhelming sense of the need for positivity, the need for less negativity. And as you can see, Spirit confirmed that. So little brief story. When I was in a shop, a mystical shop, I saw this, and it's called Affirminators. This is not sponsored in any type of way, you guys, for the pick a cards, but it just stood out to me. I mean, these cards and this deck, it is just hilarious, like how cute the pictures are, and just how sweet everything was. And then you get this little, I mean, come on, who doesn't want to see a rabbit riding a unicorn? So when I picked this up, I just felt compelled to do a video on positive affirmation, positive radiation, to kind of give people a different sense of the pick a cards. And this is what came up for me. So what we're going to be doing today, group number one, is we are going to be kind of giving a message of what is a positive message, a positive vibe, a positive affirmation for you in this reading. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at some of the magical spell cards. We have some of the affirmators cards. The tarot, we're going to be looking at some confirming tarot, and then a divine door message. We're also going to be doing something a little different. I just purchased this on Amazon. I have seen this on other readers' channels. This is called a orb, or a destiny orb. Some of these are on Amazon, you guys, or in mystical shops. But towards the end, I'm going to ask you at the beginning of this reading, if you chose group number one, to think of a question, something that you're looking for an answer for, something that this positivity will help to shine some type of light on. Then we're going to use this at the end to give you that affirmation, to give you that answer. So without further ado, just take a few moments, if you would like, to think of a question, hold a question in your mind, group number one, of what you're looking for, of what is going on right now that you feel that you need some extra positivity. Let me tell you guys, I really needed it this past week and the week before. There's been a lot of negativity surfacing, a lot of things I'm sure that are going on for everybody. So group number one, when I was doing your reading, I felt that you really are truly coming to this reading seeking that answer. So be glad that you came. Be glad that you came down to the Astro Teacher and actually did a pick a card reading, because we are really going to find some very positive affirmations for you. So if you have that question in your mind, I'm going to jump right into the reading. So hold that question in your mind, and then we can move forward with that at the end of the reading. So we have psychic protection that came out immediately. And when I was doing this reading, group number one, I sensed this so strongly that you are really battling a lot of that dark, negative energy that is trying to creep up into your world and make things more difficult for you. So just so that you're aware, you have this psychic protection around me now, a shield of gold protecting me strong and bold. Because the thing is that I feel like group number one, you guys have been not only trying to protect yourself from the negativity, but protect yourself from others who want to come up into your space, give you all what I call that salty energy, and literally just want you to feel as bad as they do for some odd reason. I don't know if you guys are dealing with a lot of hardships with others, even from the pandemic, from what is going on in the daily life with others, but you are also feeling this on a much deeper spiritual level than even just the mundane life on the 3D world. You guys might also be feeling this in dreams, in empathy, in any type of spiritual feeling. You guys also too, I'm seeing in my mind's eye that you're drawn a lot to crystals right now at this time to clear out a lot of that energy. You guys are like just looking for a crystal to hold, being like, I need some protection, spirit. I need some protection right now, because there are so many crazy people or people trying to evade my inner psychic bubble that like really, it is really affecting you guys. And just to kind of know that that positivity is coming through with that psychic protection. Thank you again, Spirit. We appreciate that. That is coming through with the psychic protection. So you guys don't feel like you are so alone. There's a lot of times, group number one, when I was doing this reading, that Spirit was letting me know that you guys do have a deeper sense of feeling alone, of feeling like you're going through this alone, of feeling like there's so much that's happening to you, that psychically you kind of are trying to combat so much of the negative energy and not allowing enough of the positive in. So we're going to continue with the reading and see kind of how to help with that if you are dealing with that energy. I have my little luck and prosperity little kitty here. I just give him a little rub on the head, because you guys know I love my kitties. So we have imagination. Imagination now sets me free. Divine ones, I send my thanks to thee. Now, group number one, here's what I'm going to say about this. I think that what's going to help you to get in a more positive mindset from all of the salty people. I do not think this is really much about romantic relationships as much as I think it's about relationships as a whole for you. This could be family, friends, coworkers, bosses, anything that you're really noticing. This negative energy is affecting you, and you are really searching for the positive, the light at the end of a tunnel with a lot of this. And that imagination piece is really going to set you kind of free as far as you feeling the need that you have to protect yourself all the time. You have to literally put on your armor all the time, and you have to go out into the world and be protected. If you have a craft, I can sense a lot from this group that there might be a lot of DIYers, people who like to get outside, people who are nature people, people who like to hike, walking. I'm seeing walking on trails. I don't know if that's something familiar with you, group number one, or if you have not tried that. Getting out in nature is going to help you guys bring more positivity into your life. Getting away from all of the congested areas, the congested people, the energies that you are feeling, because I'm also sensing, group number one, that you guys are picking up a lot of energies from other people that might not be necessary. They might not have anything to do with yourself as much as they do with others. So when you go into a room, as an example, group number one, you guys are really going in a positive mindset, but everyone else around you is kind of sucking that energy away from you, and you're feeling less of a positive environment than when you first started. And using your imagination, going outside, if you guys really have had a craft or a project or something that you have wanted to build in these past few months, now is the time to do that. Bring that positive energy in. If you were looking to create a garden, create a space, cook dinners, do anything that's going to help elevate that positivity where you can imagine something that's different, now is the time to do that. If you guys were going to basically go out in nature, do hiking, do adventurous things, now is the time to do that. Because there's so much negative energy, it's really time for you guys to take a break and to kind of have that positive affirmation that you can go out there, you can enjoy things. Organization, purpose, planning, efficiency now come to me so easily. So you guys with the organization, this is what I'm going to say about this. A lot of the negative energy that you guys are assuming is coming from an organization. It is coming either from a group of friends, a family, a constructed family. It's coming from your job, your career. A lot of these negativities that you are finding with others, and you're really picking up, group number one, the energies of others. You're picking up that things are not as thank you, Spirit, again. Say hello to the little prosperity kitty. You're picking up a lot of different energies right now in the organizations that you are connected with. Now, this doesn't always mean, group number one, that it is just on the 3D realm. You might also be sensing other negative energies that are surrounding you with, your 5D spirit guides, your 5D family, the fifth dimension of what you're seeing. Any of those organizations could also be causing you a lot of issues at this time. And the thing is that you are going to have to get creative with how to problem solve around the issues. Yes, Spirit, geez. Spirit's just getting into it today. All like, yes, Desiree, tell them this. Yes, okay, well, we got it, Spirit. Just, stay cool, Spirit. Anyway, so you're going to have to deal with a lot of that stuff that's going on in those organizations and with what is happening on a bigger level. Now, the thing is that when you get creative, group number one, and when you let this positivity in, it's going to get easier for you, because honestly, it's hard to deal with a lot of group of people at one time. If you're dealing with projects in a career, or if you're dealing with trying to organize a party, organize a get together, organize something, and everybody's like bringing that salty energy. No, we don't want to come to this. No, we don't want to deal with this right now. Well, you know what? The thing is that you can only control what you can control, group number one. You can only control as much of your own imagination and your own feeling as you can. Let the other people be salty if they want to. Let other people be on a different path if they want to. The bottom line is that you have a chance to evolve, to be more positive, to allow that imagination to kind of take over and not allow the organization of where you're coming from or what you're doing have an effect. Now, the other flip side about this is it's not just an actual organization, but you trying to organize and plan your purpose. What is most important to you right now? Is all of this salty energy and all this negative energy kind of sapping your positivity, sapping you from your creative? Is it sapping you from what you're trying to do moving forward in your life or in general? I'm going to tell you guys right now, group number one, crystals are going to be your best friend. If you've been dealing with this for a period of time, you need to get yourself some black tourmaline, some hematite, some black obsidian, because all of these negative energies are finding their way. Spirit, don't be talking to people right now. They're finding their way into your psyche, into what you psychically feel. That is transferring, and it's actually, group number one, blocking you more than it's helping you to move forward, to plan, to, have that happy spirit. I feel like a lot of you, group number one, are just some happy souls wanting to get people together, wanting to have happiness, fun, joy. If you're in a neighborhood, you guys are like the neighborhood, block party people. You're all trying to get people to kind of come together and not really separate. And what you're realizing is that because this negativity is seeping in so much, you guys are just constantly having to battle that negative, that just very, very rough energy. So it's good to kind of see that you guys are in a different light and trying to work through that and kind of move through that. So we're going to go through the tarot, and then we're going to use the affirmators to kind of like explain what else is going on here. Boy, I don't know if Spirit's like mad or something, or what is up with Spirit today, but if that does it again, Spirit, I'm going to move it. Okay, I'm so sorry about that, guys. Like, Spirit must be like, yes, okay. Spirit's all excited today, you guys. Group number one. There we go. Yeah, sorry about that. So we have, for the Light Seers Tarot, the Page of Swords. So this is not anything new and different to me, especially with the psychic protection that you guys are undergoing. You guys are thinking all of the time, man, walking that tightrope between the 3D, the 5D, the psyche. We have the bird spirit. Thank you again, Spirit. We're going to let that card lie there for a while because Spirit's like, just down with that organization, down with all those salty people, group number one, like get rid of them, I guess is what Spirit's trying to tell you. But with the Page of Swords, there is going to be a message of clear thinking, of clear purpose. So through all this psychic protection that's going on, group number one, you guys are really, really going to be in a sense of, okay, what am I thinking about how to solve this problem? How can I get the two kind of divide here to become one? What message do I need to send to others to show them what I'm thinking, but also to have those ideas? Part of the imagination process is also coming in here because you guys are having to learn how to protect yourself in a more mental and kind of clear way of thinking instead of emotional, which is interesting. But at the same time, you guys are being swept up in your own ideals, your own imagination, your own feeling, and that new message that's coming to you, I really see that this is coming to you in the next few months, is going to give you that idea how to psychically protect yourself from the negativity, but also to move forward. And that could be a message for your organization. It could be a message of what you have to do to kind of get rid of these salty people in your life. The Spirit has kind of like, threw that organization card down so many times with the saltiness. So we also have the Ace of Pentacles, which makes me believe that this is going on a lot more so than in your relationships, group number one. It is happening at your job, at your career. You may be on that different stance where you're like, two things are happening. You're like, I am so sick of this career. I am so sick of this path that I'm on. I don't feel that it's protecting me. I don't feel like my creativity is being, abundant enough. And you are just praying, like you are praying for the universe to give you some type of answer of positivity. How do you move forward? How do you deal with your money, your resources, your abundance, your time, group number one? And the thing is that you really don't know. You really don't know what your true purpose or path is with the organization card. I'm going to let Spirit let it lie there for a minute. You don't really know what your true purpose is. Don't you do it, Spirit. Don't you do it over there. You don't know what your true purpose is right now at this time, which is why you're having to protect yourself from your true feelings, your true nature. And that is why this is coming through, because you're thinking of new and creative ways to kind of do things mentally and clearly. But at the same time, it is affecting your livelihood, your money, your abundance, your manifestation. Your guys' manifestation lately has been going out the Spirit, did you just do that? Has been going out the window lately. It's really been very difficult for you guys to really manifest anything that's positive. So you're feeling like as if you're kind of quitting at this point, especially in your career or your job. Now, for those of you, come on now, Spirit. For those of you who don't have a job or have a career or are looking for a change, this really is going to affect you because this is a new beginning, a new presentation of what could be given to you in a career or a job. Because let's face it, you guys are probably saying to yourself, I am so tired of the way that things are. I guarantee you that pandemic was the reasoning why this all changed for you guys. And you guys are really looking for a deeper purpose. You're looking for a deeper message. What does this all mean? What is going on here? What am I feeling? So that has to do with that new beginning. You guys are looking at things in a totally different way. The job that you wanted is no longer working. The job that you thought you needed is no longer fulfilling you. The career that you thought you were supposed to have is no longer fulfilling you. Your friendships, your close ties, your family, things are just not fulfilling you as they once did, group number one. See, and that's the part of the change. So we've had a lot of psychic connection here between the birds. We have the psychic connection with the butterfly, and we have the Arabian horse. You can successfully balance various or opposing energies at once through determination and focus. We talked about the organization there. You've earned the rewards and recognition you're receiving. Now, here's the thing, you guys. The Chariot is indicative of change. You guys have the strength and the power to move forward, because here's the thing. You have to focus. You have to focus your energy on the positive. Focus your energy on the things you can change. Don't be trying to change all the salty people, group number one. I've tried it. It doesn't work. Don't try to change people who are just like, listen, we are not coming down your street. We're not knocking at your door. We're not neighbors bringing you a cup of sugar. Okay, group number one, that's not the story here. You're dealing with a lot of people who do not understand where you're coming from. And the thing is, you're trying to psychically protect yourself, but in the retrospect, you're not having any help from anyone around your inner circle, around your family, around your career. So now it's time for you to take that change. And the thing is, with the butterfly in this, with the Chariot, it is indicative of a positive change. You don't need as much strength, group number one, as you need physically. You need strength mentally and emotionally, and this will put you on the right path towards a different career, different abundance, different manifestation. So definitely that is a very good card to have under the psychic protection, where you're kind of going and the change that needs to take place. Okay, again, we talked about potential here. We talked about the ability to focus, determination, strength that you need to move forward. And look at this. We got a little giraffe here. Listen to some headphones. Ultimate potential. I choose to live a life of my fullest. Yes, Spirit, speak to us. I choose to live a life of my fullest potential. I trust that this will draw me towards experiences and people that support my growth and accomplishment. That's very important, you guys, because I told you, you guys are around a lot of salty people. They don't want to support you. They don't want to help you move forward. If you're dealing with this in a job, let me explain. You are dealing with some competitive people, group number one. You are competitive yourself. You are successful. You are dealing with some people who are just competing with you for no reason. And the truth is, you have to look inside yourself to see if this is worth it. If you don't have a job, don't get discouraged. There is going to be a light, a message at the end of the tunnel, group number one, for you to find your true purpose. You have got to get rid of the lower vibrational frequencies in order to see that. So tuning into this frequency, I now reach higher heights than I ever thought possible. See, because you guys are positive underneath, so you need that. Knowing that's an option, why would I have ever tuned in anything else? Yes. I'm looking at you, smooth jazz and talk. Yes, come on, people. If you, group number one, if you were listening to some smooth jazz and talk radio, comment down below. Send a smile to somebody, because you know what? You guys are cool. You guys are cool people. You guys are together people. You're not going to let all these salty people, get your energy down, get your smooth jazz and talk radio not on the right, frequency, on the right station. That is not you. You guys are the rainbow amongst the gray. You got to see that. You got to see that you're worth. Spirit's thrown this card down a bunch of times. Spirit's had enough with it. You guys have got to see that you had that ultimate potential. What you imagine you could be in your life is a possibility. Affirmation. So we have, moving forward with this, the lovebird. So you're falling in love or experiencing a deepening of emotion in your current relationship. So we have marriages or romantic partnerships in distress can be saved. Don't give up. So interestingly enough with this, I'm going to come back to that in a moment here. Oh, okay, yes. So we also have the Hanged Man in this. I am not surprised, because if you all are moving from your ultimate potential, from the Chariot to the Hanged Man, this is a new beginning. But let me tell you, you guys, group number one, you all are not confident about this. You are not confident that you can be successful in this new beginning. You guys are like on the edge of that cliff, and you're like, man, if I jump, like this ain't going to be good. Maybe this will be positive. Maybe I could fly. I don't really know. Listen, you got to listen to yourself. Listen to that deep inner working that's inside of you. Listen to spirit and kind of let spirit guide you. If you're kind of like, let me put it to you this way. If you are the colorful bird amongst all the gray birds, listen, you are that way for a reason. Embrace yourself. Embrace that difference and go for it. Embrace the fact that you were put on this planet to be different. Go with it. I think that so many people lose the positivity of their ultimate potential because they're worried about making mistakes and new beginnings. Don't be worried about all that. If you are in a relationship, if you are in a marriage or a relationship, this could be with your career, this could be with a person, a friend. If you feel that this relationship has kind of been on the rocks because you're looking to kind of go someplace different, don't worry about it. Don't be worried because you can save this if it was meant to be. If it was meant to be. If it's not meant to be, group number 1, do what spirit did. Throw it down, let it go. If it's not meant to be in your life to sustain you, to bring you more happiness and more positivity, it's time for that person to go. It's time for that lovebird to fly. They're not a part of your situation. Justice, yes, the light and the dark, the reflection of the light and the dark energies. You guys are going to face a new beginning, group number 1, where you are going to embrace yourself. If you're trying to find a relationship with someone else, or if you're in a marriage that is not currently working, now this is a partnership of either the career or of a person. If you know that that is not working, group number 1, and it is not bringing you positivity, it is time to balance that out. What is going to help you in that? If you cannot balance out those light and those dark energies, it's time to let it go. It's time for that bird to fly and just let it leave. So we have trust. I trust that everything will be okay in the end, partially because I simply know it in my gut, but also because it's way more fun to live with trust and confidence than to be a defensive wiener. So there you go. Whiner, wiener, either way. Take it as you will, group number 1. Basically, what I get out of this the most is the fact that I personally think in a lot of ways that with this trust that's occurring here, you guys have to understand, group number 1, you guys are growing as people. That is clear to see here. You are growing. You are learning to trust in yourself. We talk about sharks a lot and we talk about how powerful they are in groups. But we also talk about the fact that you guys need an ally in your life. You need to trust in your little mouse, your little guide that's going to help you to walk across that tightrope. But you have to trust in yourself. Trust in others. Trust in your imagination that is going to see you through, because this new beginning is going to help you with the positivity. You guys kind of have to look at that in very much a different way than how you would normally. And the thing is, you guys are really scared of trusting right now because you're just not sure how it's going to play out. How is this going to happen for you? What is the situation going to be? And then that's also causing a lot of problems too moving forward for you also. So we have another affirmator, which is self-love. I openly embrace a feeling of self-love, the PG kind, okay? I love myself because I understand myself. I love myself as the most committed partner I will ever have. I show myself love any way that I can, and when I screw up, I remember to be sweet and gentle with myself. If not, I'm going to make myself sleep on the couch. Got that, self? So this is very interesting too, because you guys, I feel like, especially with the love, especially with when we talked about the manifestation and the attitudes that you have about your potential, this self-love is also important too, because you guys have a lot of great ideas on how to combat the negative energy. The problem is that, group number 1, you gotta love yourself enough. You gotta love yourself in the sense that you want to have that trust. You want to have that ability to kind of come forward and say, I am the most important. I am the most important for my own being, for my own trust, for my own self, and sometimes it's so hard when we try to not love ourselves because we can't always give up on the things that used to make us happy. We would rather, psychically deflect everything because we want to keep that person in our lives. We want to keep that situation in our lives. Are we surprised? I'm not, group number one. So we have death and rebirth. So I think that once the trust starts to come through, once that breakdown of the negative energy occurs, once we are able to kind of lose that whole situation of the past, of things that are not fulfilling us in either a job, a romantic relationship, anything, everything is so guised right now to you, group number one, because you're not sure how to go about fixing it. You're not sure how to go about changing it. And this is such an issue because you really feel like you want to be reborn. You are no longer the person that you used to be. And these affirmations are so positive. Spirit wants you to be happy, to trust, to realize your ultimate potential, to love yourself. Don't give your love to other people, group number one. Don't give away everything that you have. Keep your cup at least a little full for yourself, because I sense in group number one, there's a lot of givers in this group. If you do give your love and your trueness to other people, that will come back to you, but make sure to save some for yourself. And we have the world. I mean, this is self-explanatory, group number one. You guys are really about the organization as a whole, the world as a whole, what you truly feel as a whole. We got the Queen of Spring here. We got the Persian cat. Don't underestimate your ability to manifest your dreams, group number one. Get rid of those salty people. You may have several priorities vying for your attention, which I'm not surprised with the imagination, all at once, but you can do it. You can get a different concept here, group number one. You guys can get a different sense of the world if you were to realize your ultimate potential. We got the little frog here. Come on, the Prince of Summer too. Maybe if you kiss a prince, maybe if you kiss a frog, you'll get a prince. Okay, group number one, possibly. I'm not saying to do that, but it could happen. A deeply emotional and probably romantic experience will sweep you off your feet. Things can move very quickly during such whirlwind encounters, or stay balanced and make decisions with both your heart and your intellect. I think that this is important because once you all, group number one, start to deal with your self-love and your trust and know that you are worth it, you are going to experience something that is great within yourself, but something that's going to make you give more to the world. This is the beginning of a new emotional experience for you. Yes, come on, Spirit, tell it to us. It may be the first blush of romantic love, the rebirth, okay, so we have that again, of a current relationship, or the awakening of spiritual gifts and insights. Yes, you guys don't have all this psychic protection for nothing, group number one. Embrace your gifts, embrace your difference, embrace the fact that this old organization with all these salty people is no longer helping you, and the positive affirmations are coming for you if you embrace yourself and embrace your self-love and know what you're worth. Get rid of those old relationships that are causing you nothing but heartache. If people are trying to talk about you, talk about your situation, get rid of that. Move on. Do what you need to do. Do what you feel is the right thing for you to do, and you will find the story of your life. As I tell myself the story of what's happening in my life, I choose to make it the kind of story wherever the tough parts have a sort of inner beauty. It's ultimately a happy story where every character, no matter how wicked, is doing their best. Again, the salty people. And let me tell you, it'll be worth it when I earn that Pulitzer Prize for Best Inner Monologue. You guys have to love yourself. You have to talk to yourself. You have to be your own hero. Don't wait for people to give you that confirmation. Don't wait for the positive to come. Make your own positivity, group number. See, look at the Sacred Lotus. Come on. You got psychic protection. You got Spirit just slamming down things for you. The Sacred Lotus. Is this going to go in? Oh, there we go. Compassion in action, the chosen tool. I see now the lotus in your spirit's jewel. You guys are about death and rebirth. You guys are about spirit. You guys are about goodness. You guys give love to people. You give hugs to people. You're just that hug around the world, group number one. Don't allow people to hurt you. Don't allow your dreams to be squashed, because I'm telling you, group number one, you do that for the rest of your time on this, planet, you are going to feel regret. You're not going to feel anything positive unless you are willing to open the door yourself. You guys have that just blooming quality where you will attract other people who are positive. So group number one, definitely focus on a different path. This path that you've been stuck on, group number one, is not helping you. It's not giving you what you need as far as fulfillment, okay? Remember that question that you had? Let's see what the answer is. Change your mindset. Yes, group number one, change your mindset, change your path today, change it. Once you change it, all of this, your ultimate potential, trust, self-love, the story of your life, it's going to help you change your mindset, group number one. That is your positive affirmation. Group number one, I hope that this really did help you. If anything, please comment down below, like, and subscribe to the videos. It helps me to do more pick-a-card readings. It helps me to grow my channel, so please do that. As always, you can visit me on Instagram at the Astro Teacher 1590, and I hope to talk to you soon.